Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making a Destruction Warlock PvP guide, as this is what you guys wanted to see. So let's go ahead and get this started. So, first up is going to be the left side of the challenge tree. I am running Soul Leech for the shield. I like to run Burning Rush because sometimes as you know, Warlock does not have the best mobility. We do have Gateway, and we have Burning Rush for our mobility. So I like to run Burning Rush, so in case we have to catch up to a target, I can just use my Burning Rush to catch up for a rogue that's running away, for example, or mage, stuff that's trying to run away. So I also like to run Phoenix Stride, so it reduces the damage that Burning Rush that does to you, and as well as Burning Rush increases your movement speed. Do be aware that Burning Rush, like I said, does lower your health. You can see how much health it's taking away just from using it for a short amount of time. So make sure you cancel it when you need to. Otherwise, you'll take a lot more health, which kind of sucks, but if you can catch up to a target, helps out quite a bit. So, Fell Armor for the reduced damage taken, as well as Soul Leech thing. Demon Skin for more armor and more stuff for Soul Leech. Curse of Enfeeblement, which gives you Curse of Exhaustion and Curse of Tongues. Curse of Tongues for casters and Curse of Exhaustion for slow. Demonic Embrace for extra stamina. Demonic Inspiration for 3 more sacrifice damage. That is what I'm using. Wrathful Minion for more Grimmer sacrifice stuff. Demonic Fortitude for more stamina. Gateway for the getaway. Nightmare, so it has a increased requirement break for your fear, although it breaks pretty quick anyways. Sweet Souls for your health stone increase. Dark Pact for a shield. This one you can either switch between Ichor or Devils or Frequent Donor. It's up to you. I prefer the reduced cooldown. I just like lower cooldown on my stuff, but some people I see a lot of mixture on this talent. Like some people run Frequent Donor and some people run Ichor or Devils. So it's up to you on which one you want to run. Same for this one. You can run additional damage on reduced damage for Undying Resolve, or you can lower its cooldown. I personally hate longer cooldowns, so I go with Dark Accord, but you can go for either one of these on this one as well. Shadow's Fury and the reduced cooldowns for Shadow's Fury. Immolate damage increase. Another increased stat buff. Soul Link, which gives you a Grimoire Sacrifice buff. Soulburn. Soulburn is really nice because you could just insta gateway, and then I can't use that here. Let's use it here then, and then that way you can just run away if needed to be. If you've seen my videos or streams, you guys know I use that constantly. Like the amount of times I insta Soulburn gateway to get away from somebody or to set it up is huge. It just is such a lifesaver. So I highly recommend getting Soulburn. And then the other one is chance to be Soul Shard refunded, and Demonic Hellstone, which if you're in combat, for example, here, let me get my health a little bit lower, and then I will Soul Burn Hellstone and see how I'm in combat. The charges keep going, so you don't unlike a normal Hellstone, it will automatically keep going in combat. Also, I think I kind of messed that up because I didn't hit anything before combat while using it anyways, but you guys kind of get the point. So, and that's it. That's pretty much it for the left side of the talent tree. Now for the right side of the talent tree, you'll get Rain of Fire and Backdraft, which Backdraft reduces the cast time of your Chaos Bolt, which is pretty huge. That way you have an easier time of casting versus a melee, for example. So the more haste, the better. I like to run Cataclysm and Battleground Blitz, because if people stack, that'll just get up Immolate a lot easier. You don't have to run this talent if you don't want to, but I personally like Cataclysm. I see people switch between Mayhem and Havoc. That's up to you if you want to run either one. I personally like Havoc more, so that way I can just set focus a healer and kill the main target, and then get them in a Mortal Coil or something. So, put my Havoc macro, and then I pop Mortal Coil, Chaos Bolt, Chaos Bolts, Shatter Burn, and then targets just get absolutely shredded with that combo. So I like to do it with, because that's Backlash, and I like to run Roaring Blaze, which increases your Wither, Incinerate, and Conflict damage to one target for 25 seconds. Flames, Backdraft increases the damage of your next Chaos Bolts. Rolling Havoc, whenever you do damage to your Havoc target, so for example, I put this guy on set focus again, I target my main guy, put Havoc on him, and when you do damage, you will get a buff on the top right, and the more spells you cast, the higher it goes to 5 stacks. So I'm doing a 5% increased damage to this guy right now, so pretty huge. Scaling Flames increases the damage of Wither or Immolate, depending on what hero spec you are. Shadowburn, Explosive Potential, reduces the damage of Conflagrate, and then Grimmer Sacrifice, which is what I was talking about on the left side of the talent tree, is what I like to run. And there are some situations where if you're playing a 1v1, you don't have to sacrifice your pet, and you can use your Succubus in a duel. So some destros do this in their 1v1s. That way you can seduce your target and get your chaos bolts off, and stuff like that. So you don't always have to use this talent, but yeah, and that's for like 1v1s and all that stuff. Otherwise, if you're doing battle runs like me, or even if you're doing this in battle runs, you can do that as well. You can sacrifice your pets, and it's a lot easier to do the silence on your target. And then Ashen Remains for more damage. Blustering Trophy increases the damage of Shadowburn and a Conflict of Chaos. Shadowburn have a 50% chance to guarantee your cast ability Critical Strike and increases your critical strike chance. Ember Storm increases the damage done by fire spells. Summon Inferno for the burst. When your Wither deals damage, you'll gain haste, so more haste the better. Who doesn't love haste? When Shadowburn fails to kill a target, its cooldown is reduced. Eradication, Chaos Bolt and Shadowburn increase the damage you deal for target by 5%, even more damage. Summon Inferno increases the damage of your next 8 Chaos Bolts by 25%, which is huge. You could also run Reign of Chaos, I've run that before, but increasing Chaos Bolt damage is pretty nice, because who doesn't love big Chaos Bolts? Reverse, your spells have a chance to grant you 15% haste. Who doesn't love more haste? Devastation increases the chance of your Chaos Bolt spells. Every 15 shards grants you consume Chaos Bolt as if no shards and reduce the cast time. Again, more haste, more damage. Increase the critical strikes of your destruction spells. Increase the damage of your Chaos Bolt and reduces its cast time. Chaos Bolt, Rain, Fire, Shadowburn always grant at least 70% maximum of your mastery. And then Ritual of Ruin requires 5 less soul shards spent. And then last but not least, Power Overwhelming increases, consuming soul shards increases your mastery for 10 seconds for each shard spent. So even more damage. That's pretty much it for the right side. For Hero Talent Tree, I've had this asked quite a bit, Diabolist or Hellcaller. I've tested out both. My personal preference is Hellcaller. I personally think Diabolist is cooler. You could probably make Diabolist work still for like battlegrounds and all that stuff, but I find Hellcaller even after the recent nerfs a lot better, just because the instacasts are nice, and Malevolence gives you some haste as well, which is really nice. It still does some pretty decent damage as well when you AoE with, like, imagine if everybody's stacked and you got a bunch of Withers from Cataclysm and you use Malevolence after. Does some pretty nice damage, so, but the haste is pretty nice from Malevolence as well. And that's pretty much it for hero talents. Now for PvP talents, here's what I like to run. I like to run Netherward, Fell Fissure, and Gateway. If there's no casters, when you want to just have some fun, you can have Shadow Rift. I personally always recommend running Fell Fissure and a Gateway Mastery especially. Gateway Mastery is huge. What this talent does is it increases your range of Demonic Gateway by 20 yards and reduces the cast time, but that's not as important because you can just soul burn Insta Gateway. And then the most important part is reduces the time how often players can take your Demonic Gateway. So it shrinks the time for Demonic Gateway by a lot. So that's why I recommend it, because of its range and reduces the often that you use it. But yeah, the only one I would recommend switching out if you want is Shadow Rift and Another Ward. Those are the only ones I would switch out. Shadow Rift can be a lifesaver in Battlegrounds. It can definitely change the tide of a Battleground. Sometimes it helps out quite a bit. So it's up to you on what you wanted to use. So, but those are the 4 PvP talents I recommend. Also, you can use Shadow Rift to get a melee off you for like a few seconds, but they have a lot of mobility, so you'll probably get them back on you instantly, but you kind of get the point. But those are my recommendations. So that's pretty much it for the talents. And now let's dive right into the stats. You can go several different ways. You can go haste like I did. I personally just I would rather have haste because it's a lot easier to get cast off. Or you could run mastery. Some people are running mastery so they could get huge bolts. Just be warned, if you go that route, while you will hit harder, you will have a lot rougher time getting cast off sometimes because you just won't have as much haste. Or you could go in between and grab a mixture of both haste and mastery. That is strictly up to you. But that's what I run. I thought about going haste and mastery on my rings instead of versatility. So if you want to go haste and mastery instead of haste versatility on your rings, you can go that route as well. I think I've seen some warlocks do that, and some warlocks have gone out like me, who go haste versatility. So I'll leave that up to you on what you guys want to go for or not. You can go that route. And yeah, that's pretty much it for stats. For embellishments, as you can see, I run the focusing lens, and you'll need a gem for it as well. Also, for your main gem, you'll want precog. Unfortunately, I don't have it yet this season. I need to get another one. So, but yeah, you'll want focusing lens, or not focusing lens, precog for your gem. That way, once you juke somebody and waste their kick, you'll be immune to CC, and yeah, so. Enchants. Right now, I don't have the bracers and cloak, but you can grab those. I find bracers and cloak not to be as important. But for chest, I run crystalline radiance. For weapon, I run authority or radiant power. I'm just getting the lower enchants right now, so that way once I get the conquest gear, you can get the higher one. No point in wasting gold when you're just gonna replace it eventually anyways. For pants, intellect, boots, defender's march, and then for rings, I run haste, but you can run mastery if you really want to. Now pretty much for rotation, I like to put Havoc on Havoc set focus macro. Here is the macro. Right here, it's just cast that focus macro. It's pretty easy. So you put your target on set focus, and then you target whoever you want to kill. I usually put a healer on set focus, and then that way I pop my Infernal right now, put Havoc on my kill target, and then pop Wither, Conflagrate, Malevolence, and then Chaos Bolts, Chaos Bolts, Chaos Bolts. You can pop a Mortal Coil first if you want, or a Mortal Coil during that, because that way you're both your targets will get Mortal Coiled, and then you just keep on spamming Chaos Bolts on your main kill target, although they're probably most likely dead by now. And then, yeah, and then if by some chance your target's still alive, and you got your other target on set focus and they're still around, reapply Havoc again, and then just keep going ham. Chaos Bolts, Chaos Bolts, if you have the shards. If not, then just build up your shards. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the rotation. Just make sure you maintain your dots. And if people are stacked, you pop in a Cataclysm as well. You can even pop your Cataclysm before your burst, so that way everybody gets dotted up, and then that way you have more people with Malevolence on them. Just make sure you try to save Mortal Coil for your when you're gonna burst your kill target. Like right now, I put Havoc on my target. I pop Wither, Conflagrate, Chaos Bolt, Mortal Coil, chaos bolt, chaos bolts, and chaos bolt, since I can do another one because I had stacks to give me you know, that thing. And then you can pop shadow burn during that. Sometimes I will even shadow burn after my second chaos bolt because they're already almost dead, and you never know, we might get that kill there. So this chaos bolt hits really hard. So that's pretty much it for the rotation. Try to set up your portals in some really good spots. You won't always be able to do that, but getting your portals in the right spots definitely helps out a lot, whether it be in a building, on the roof, on a cliff. Even if you're out in the middle of nowhere, I guess try to put it out, as you'll be able to kind of melee that way. You can also soul burn demonic port, as it will give you it will get you out of slows, and it will give you a movement speed increase, so that'll help out quite a bit as well. Soul burn can definitely be useful for quite a lot of ways, as I like to soul burn. Let me go ahead and go down here. Soul burn and gateway, so you can see how far my gateway goes with this PvP talent and why I love to use it. You will be able to get far away from somebody, and then, you know, go back to casting. So that's why I like to use the soul burn as well as the PvP talents gateway mastery. And see if there's anything else. I went over talents, honor talents, stats, embellishments, rotation, hero talents, enchants. Went over a few tips. Tier wise, I'm not entirely sure. I imagine they're pretty good at the moment. I haven't entirely sure what tier sets I'm probably gonna go yet. I would definitely probably recommend going helmet and shoulders for sure, just because they have the better stats. I mean, they have both haste and mastery on it. And then I imagine we'll probably go hands and chest as well. Just because it has versatility on it, and chest has haste as well. But those are the ones I'm thinking we'll probably end up running. But yeah, we'll see. Those are my what I'm thinking about at the moment. I know for sure chest, I mean not chest, helmet and shoulders will probably be the go-to. So we'll see how it goes though. Anyways, if you have any more questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps you guys out. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.